Hello, and welcome back to another video. I'm TARDIS Films, and today I'm going to be having a little Minecraft discussion with a guest, DaBoss Gaming. This is the second part, and if you want to see the first part, then check out his channel, which should be in the description below, if I remember to link it, which I normally do, because I'm reliable. So, without further ado, let's get into this video and start the talk. Hello. Hello. You there?
Why?
So,
Hello
how are
there.
you today? How are you today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. Pretty happy that we're doing this other podcast again. Nice that we could get back in touch.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're
Yeah, I
here
mean,
to
last
talk
time
about...
we did this, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, talk about Subnautica. Well, today we're going to be talking about Minecraft. So, just wanted to start off with a very, simple question. When did you start playing Minecraft, or what was, if you can't remember when, what was one major thing that isn't there now, but used to be a big thing back then? So we could get a time guess.
Okay. I don't remember an exact day or anything for when I started playing Minecraft. I would have to say probably like 2 or 3 years ago, I would say. I first started getting into Minecraft back whenever I first got my Xbox 360. And Minecraft during that
cool.
time period was pretty big. I mean, it's still big, don't get me wrong, but that was whenever Minecraft was like the thing on the gaming market.
Yeah,
And I got out the
everyone
game and I
wanted to
just
play.
decided to. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's still a big fan base. But I got into it. I bought the game, played on the 360, and I was amazed. Everything that they said about it on TV and on YouTube, everything else was spot on. It's an amazing game. So I would say, just to surmise, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, back when I got my Xbox for the first time.
Yeah. Well, I started about, I think, roughly 2 years ago. And I saw many YouTubers playing it on their Xboxes. And like you, I have an Xbox 360. And I decided to borrow someone's Minecraft disc just to give it a little go. And I loved it, but it was a bit too, I don't know why, but at the time it was way more expensive, the Xbox One. It might have just been the time, but I decided to get it on computer instead, and I've been playing since then. But I did also play it a little bit before on Pocket Edition. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And what sort of things did you do when you first started? When you started playing.
Honestly, my first experience with the game, I first started playing survival on there, because to be honest, I mean, creative, it was a big aspect of the game, but people wanted to really challenge themselves, including myself, in just how long you could, live in the world of Minecraft. So you only had like limited supplies, you were in this land, you couldn't fly or do any of the stuff you can do in creative. You were basically in a survival situation, sort of, where you could live in this world, you could be creative, have fun, but it also forced you to, obviously fight off enemies, make sure you had food, make sure that you didn't die in general, hence the name survival. And, I thought it was a pretty cool experience. I mean, I got into survival a lot in the game, and I love the survival slash, amazing aspect of it. As far as the other things that I got big into in Minecraft at first as well was definitely creative. I mean, survival was fun, but survival is more seeing how long you can last and obviously have fun with it, but creative is where you can, bring your ideas to life. Where, if you do you want to build a skyscraper, you have all the tools for it, you have the means to, you can actually float in the air and everything. You want to spawn 100 hordes of cows and build a farm, you can do that. Heck, if you want to build, a giant Hollywood sign or something, you can do that. It's just the amount of possibilities that you can do in creative are endless, so that's also part of the reason why I love getting big into Minecraft.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, when I started, I started originally, so this is about 4 years ago now. Yeah, 4 years. I started playing on Pocket Edition, and what I always liked to do was it wasn't an infinite world back then, and there used to be an invisible barrier, and I used to try and climb up on top of that. Or every time there was a new block, I would spam it everywhere and make giant pillars. But I think the very first thing I ever did in Minecraft was I built a tower up into the sky to see if I could reach the moon.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Did you do anything like that, you know, try and reach the moon by building a big pillar?
I didn't try and reach the moon specifically in the game. What I did try and do, however, was build like this tall, giant tower just to see how high I could go up. And I mostly did this in creative because if you do it in survival, it would take you a while because you have limited materials and you can actually die because you can't fly. But I tried to do that in creative a lot of times, just build it up in the sky.
Yeah.
And honestly, I got pretty far. It's just, I don't know. It was just one of those things. But I've definitely tried in creative before. It's interesting.
Well, yeah. Well, I remember when, and this is still Pocket Edition, I'm still talking about Pocket Edition. I remember the little worlds, even though they were limited, they used to feel massive. And I remember I was kind of disappointed when I reached the height limit. But then I got lost in those worlds, and I just went back to it now, and I'm looking at these old worlds, looking at the teeny little pillars, getting slightly confused and then remembering the limit. And then I look around and I realise how everything is, you know, just from the your perspective. As in, back then, it seemed like an amazing world you could explore, do whatever you want. But nowadays, looking back on it, it looks very basic.
Oh, yeah. Actually, the world... I mean, I agree with you. The world's... If you look at Minecraft now, like on the 360, or even especially the 1, there's a lot more details and a lot better graphics, like the forests, deserts, water, oceans, whatever. But back whenever Minecraft first came out, I mean, I guess I can see why the worlds might be a little glitchy, maybe a little untextured in some parts of the game, because it was a relatively new game. And I think the surprising thing is, though, a lot of games have a lot of glitches and stuff in the beginning. I mean, I guess that's to be expected with every video game. Minecraft was one of those games that, despite these little things that they sorted out over the years, it still blew up massively when it came out. So I think that says a lot toward, you know, how great the game is and just how successful it is.
Yeah. Well, I think the fact it's so simple is amazing, because in the very first version, have you seen it where it's just a giant cube of stone?
But maybe.
Have you seen that? Well, it's the very first version of Minecraft. It's purely stone, and you can only place down stone. And I just remember, I keep going back to that original version, and even though you can only place one type of block, and it's very limited, there's something about it that I still really enjoy. So I think they got that done really well. If you can enjoy it when it has, you know, only two things added, looking around and placing one block. Well, one type.
Yeah, that's a very interesting aspect of the game, I gotta say.
Yeah. So, have you done any YouTube Minecraft videos on your channel at all?
I actually tried doing a series with some friends several months ago. By several months ago, I mean like over a year ago. I'd say about 2 years ago. I started maybe trying to do Minecraft. The thing is, though, I was thinking about making it a series. The thing was, though, I wasn't as big into Minecraft as I was back then, nor really taking YouTube as seriously as what I do now before I actually started YouTubing. To be honest, I considered doing it, even though my original series never took off. I've considered it more recently. It's just, I have a lot of different game series and stuff going on my channel right now. and I think I'll wait a bit, but it is definitely something that I would consider doing in the future if that's something people want to watch.
Well, if you do make
Well,
those, I'll
thanks.
definitely be watching it. Well, when I
No,
started, I try. Pardon? Oh, okay. You're welcome. I think I started, 2 years ago. I started trying to make Minecraft videos, and I was fine with those single, showcases or a one-part thing about Minecraft. But when I tried committing myself to a series, the single player got a little bit too boring if you're doing a series and once you've done everything it's not as fun. And the multiplayer, I think my multiplayer Minecraft videos are some of the most viewed on my channel. But whenever I try and do multiplayer, there always seems to be some form of server problem or my friend's too busy, and even though the first, let's say, 2 or 3 parts was good, it sort of gets a bit harder to record, and there's something about it, you just lose
oh yeah, I can
interest
definitely see that. It can
pretty
get repetitive
quickly.
after a while.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to stick to a certain theme. Because I remember I tried to make a faction series on my channel, and after the second episode I built a base and I tried to look for raids and I couldn't find anything, my base wasn't raided and nothing interesting was happening, and I ended up deleting 3 episodes before I'd uploaded them because there just wasn't enough in them. It was literally me walking around gathering resources, which I know is cool, but if you're watching about 45 minutes of someone
No.
walking around
And
getting
honestly, I think that's
apples,
just a little advice
I don't think it's very
for like
interesting.
anyone watching this out here who has like a Let's Play channel. If you guys are going to do walkthroughs or gameplay series or something, I would highly recommend not only doing something people would watch, which could be any game to be honest with you, but I mean, if you're going to do a series, make sure that it's going to be something like you could play, like if it has a story mode, or it has missions, or interesting stuff that you can do. And I'm not saying games like Walking Around Picking Up Apples aren't interesting for some people. However, I feel that a majority, in my opinion anyway, a majority of people on YouTube like watching games that not only they will enjoy watching and not find boring or anything, but also, be able to get some enjoyment out of it. And honestly, that will help you, the person making the videos, because then you'll want to keep doing the series, because people are into it, but also because it's not a game that you're going to get bored with easily and be like, oh, so I have to go out and I gotta go out here and rake leaves again for the next episode, which I did last time. No, because then you're doing something new every time, and you're just doing some interesting game series. So the moral of what I'm trying to say here is, if you're doing a gameplay series on your YouTube channel, make sure that it's something you're not going to get bored with and just cancel halfway through. Because honestly, unfinished series are probably one of the series like YouTubers still active or making, and then like, wait, why'd you stop after like 4 episodes? I mean, it's pretty much dead at this point, so why'd you stop? I think that's just a little thing to keep in mind for like Let's Players.
That is a really great point, but I have a slightly different way of thinking about that. I think that it's much better to do a series on a game that you enjoy, so try to don't think, will people like this,
That's
will
true
it
as
get
well.
me views? Don't even think about the view or the subscriber thing, just if you enjoy playing it, and it's something that will interest you, that you can do lots of interesting things in that could probably capture people's attention, that's the best thing you can do. Because there's those YouTubers that do Minecraft and they sound really bored and they sound like they really hate it, but then at the end they say something along the lines of, I'm only doing this for the subscribers and views. It's not very good. It sort of takes the whole fun out of the series. But if you see someone properly enjoying themselves, it definitely is better.
That's something that I especially like doing on my channel. The games that I play are things that I'm into and fun. And I'm not saying that I don't care about what the viewers want to watch, because I'm sure they don't want to watch me play a stupid game. But the thing is, though, it also affects your viewers. If you love playing the game that you're playing, and you keep out with episodes of it, and you sound and look excited, having a ton of fun, your view of them watching you having a lot of fun. Not only can you play a game that you really like, and you know that you're not going to despise because you're only doing like, oh, well, if I play the most popular game, maybe I'll get more sub. No, that shouldn't be the case, because then that actually hurts your channel, believe it or not. If you like, hey guys, so we're playing a boring game that I don't want to be playing for you guys. Yeah, no, that's not the attitude you should have. You can be playing fun games that you enjoy and also entertain your audience at the same time, because you're helping your channel, you're helping yourself, and you're entertaining the people watching you because you're into the game. And they love watching the positivity. Viewers love seeing positivity, I'm sure. And I do too. And you know what? Positive things are good. But I don't think people are going to be into, even if you're playing the most popular game. If you're hating it, they're going to hate it too. And that's something that everyone should keep in mind. Have fun with your channel. Don't do something purely based off of, hey, if I play like the new Minecraft game that came out for the Xbox One or the PS5, which I'm sure is coming out someday, then, you know, I'll get a lot of like revenue on my channel or something. Yeah, that might be true, but honestly, people aren't going to enjoy it, and you're not going to enjoy it, so your channel, you know, is going to become kind of something that I'm sure you don't want it to become. So the moral of what I'm trying to say, once again, is, you know, I agree with you. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's, you know, we've been mainly talking about the recording and video and lots of that sides of the game. But what do you think about the game itself? So not even the name or the way it looks if you're watching someone play, but how do you feel if you're playing the game yourself, let's say, not for
Honestly,
a series or anything, on your own in your spare
time?
When
I play it in my spare time, I love enjoying the game. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when you're playing survival, it can be repetitive, but for me, I do things in the game to be creative with it and to have a lot of fun. Survival, I love being able to just interact with the world and being able to build up your own life in it, you know, grow your own crops, kill monsters, you know, survive, you know, just do all these different creative things that you can do. Like, you can simulate a reality that you would want to live in the game. And, you know, I think that that's a really awesome aspect of Minecraft. It's a game where you can let your imagination run wild and do whatever you want, and build whatever you want, and be whatever you want. And I think that's not only part of the reason why I love it so much, but also why, you know, hundreds of thousands of people, that number I don't even think is exaggerated, love it around the world. That's why Minecraft is so popular as it is today. And, you know, it's an amazing game, and it affords these opportunities to plenty of people. And honestly, I think I can speak for everyone, maybe almost everyone at least, that Minecraft is an amazing game where you can do all these creative things, and, you know, it's just truly an amazing experience.
Well, this is just a little fact, you know, because you just mentioned it. I think roughly 1 million people currently play Minecraft at the moment, and I think that's mind-blowing, isn't it? Because you said 200,000, but to think there's a million people, and I've just looked it up here. It says that roughly 24 million copies of Minecraft have been sold on PC alone. So that's not including the only Xbox players or the people. Yeah, that's insane. Whoa. I never thought it would I never thought it'd be that amazing, but one thing I have heard lots of people talking about lately, and I've seen in lots of videos, and it kind of worries me. They're asking the question, is Minecraft dying as a game? You know, is it losing
honestly,
popularity?
I mean, it saddens me to even
Is
hear
it
news
sort of
about
fading
that,
away?
especially if you're a fan of it.
What do you think about that?
Just seeing how the game grows among the population, love is love, because that means that the game can continue to thrive in the future. Now, in Minecraft's case, when I hear that Minecraft is dying, I personally can't understand why. I mean, maybe it's been a while, maybe people are just getting bored of it, and maybe moving on to other things. But, honestly, I don't understand it personally. I think that a lot of people are still into the series itself, and that if people are truly stopped playing it, I think that might be just because they're bored, or something else. I feel that Minecraft, though, it's going to survive, that it's going to continue to thrive, just because of everything we've talked about, how great the game is, and everything you can do in it, and how it's definitely unique from other games. And I think Minecraft is just going to continue to thrive on. I honestly hope, though, that it doesn't die out, for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, I hope so too, and it is really sad because if you go through YouTube and you look up something like, is Minecraft dying, you get page after page of all of this all this stuff talking about it, and it really saddens me because I feel like it's an amazing game, and it was made by a relatively small group of people, and they've done so well, and it's sad to think
that's
that
not the case.
pretty soon all their hard work, if all of this stuff is true, might have been for nothing. Yeah, I hope they're all wrong. It's kind of because I looked up recently, is Minecraft dying, and I got, I think, about 50 pages, and I got about 50 pages of it, Minecraft is dying, and then you look up something like Minecraft is thriving, or is amazing, and you don't get that many results. You know, you get some pages, but they're mainly by 1 or 2 YouTubers. And it's pretty sad that they seem, one bad thing happens and everyone jumps on that. And I
honestly,
think most of them just do it for the subscribers or the views, you know, to gain popularity rather than
I'm not gonna say
they think
anything
Minecraft
because,
is
I'm
really
not gonna
dying.
offend anyone or anything.
That's
Because
really
I do have my
sad.
own opinions, and everyone, I don't care who you are, someone's gonna have a different opinion than you. And there's just, I don't know, it's just a certain thing. I will say this though, on YouTube, when something big goes down, whether if it's involved with a game, or another YouTuber, or something big going on in the world, everyone jumps on what is known as the YouTube bandwagon, as everyone's been calling it over the years, where everyone just makes a video on it, looking to cash in on the popularity. Honestly, I mean, that's their other YouTubers' business, if that's really what they want to do. Me, I don't really do that. I just do what I do, just entertain people and have some fun, and obviously build my own fan base and everything. I just do it to entertain. But honestly, it doesn't surprise me, especially with a big game like Minecraft, that, even if it was like a fake news article that came out or something that said, Minecraft is dying, Minecraft is going to be off servers and everything by 2018 or something. It doesn't matter if it's real or confirmed or not, people are just going to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, hey guys, Minecraft's going to be dying soon. So honestly, that doesn't surprise me either. true or not true.
Well, I think it's really sad because some of the really big YouTubers are, jumping on that Minecraft is dying thing, and they're making lots of videos just for the views. But I think it kind of makes me a little bit sad to say this, but YouTube seems to, like YouTube as a whole, seems to lean more towards the bigger YouTubers. And I think with those big YouTubers with, like, let's say 20 million subscribers, they'll have a massive impact if they say Minecraft is dying, rather than 1,000 slightly smaller YouTubers saying it's fine, it's getting better by the year. It's just, I think they should be more careful and consider what they're saying. If anyone believes, and this goes for anything in general, if anyone has their own opinion, they're allowed to say it. But if they're only saying it on YouTube, just for if they're only saying it for the views,
YouTubers out there like this.
it really saddens me.
Not everyone has the same opinion, like
because they don't really care.
And with YouTubers that do that, I can't think of anyone personally or anything. But YouTubers that do that with like big channels with millions of subscribers, if they're just doing it for the views or subscribers or just to get attention or whatever, or to impress someone, first off, that's not a good thing to do on YouTube, because YouTube's a platform that you can make videos on. Me, anyway, that's what I think it's for. To make friends, interact with people, make entertaining videos for people to enjoy and watch. And yes, honestly, I think it's a thing that where you want to succeed on YouTube. You want to be as big as you can possibly be. But it shouldn't get to the point where you have a giant fan base that no matter if you say something, you can influence a lot of people, despite the fact that it may or may not be true. You can influence a lot of people, especially if like you're circulating false information and you're only motivated by like, ooh, let's see if I can get 1 million views on the video. I don't care if it's fake news or not. Because you have such a large fan base, you can influence the opinions of a lot of people. And pretty soon, not only will those people that watch the video start thinking this fake news is for real, they'll start making videos, and then pretty soon, it's like a waterfall. It's just going to keep trickling and spreading, and like a virus. And it all started by one massive YouTuber who has a lot of influence because they have such a big fan base. It just all starts there.
Yeah. Well, if you do the math,
52 point something.
I'm going to use PewDiePie as an example because they have a lot of subscribers, don't they? I think they have about, is it 50 million? Yeah, well, they have 52 million subscribers. And if, let's say, they posted a video saying Minecraft is dying, or anything, any big news like that, and everyone listens to him, that's over 20% of all of YouTube that sees that, and 20% is a lot of people. Because if you had five times more, yeah, and if you had 5 times more, or 4 other big channels like his, that's nearly all of YouTube.
It is a little bit at times.
That's insane.
And
because you think, it's just one YouTuber, what can they do?
Have a bigger
but then you have a little think about it, and you realise how much they can actually influence.
But it's also if you get involved with some kind of incident, or you make a video on something controversial, like about politics or religion or some kind of big news going on in the world, or even it's just about a game, you got to be careful about what you say, because you have a big responsibility to your fans and the people who watch your videos, because you do have that bigger fan base. And because if you do say something wrong, or that's something that's not true, you can influence a lot of people. You have that power or ability. And, they do take on a lot of big responsibility. And, I think a lot of YouTubers out there, at least the ones that I'm thinking of, like, they're the ones that I think are good people. There are a lot of big YouTubers out there who are. And, they use this power that they've been given responsibly. However, unfortunately, there are still YouTubers out there that are big that, that kind of thing, they either don't think about it or they don't care and just throw it out the window. I think that, it's something that should be definitely taken into consideration if you're someone like PewDiePie, if you have like 52 million subscribers. It's definitely something you need to keep in mind, especially if you're talking about something controversial. Like Minecraft, for example. Like, Minecraft is dying if the news was fake, and you tell someone that on your massive channel, it's not hard to see why maybe eventually millions of people will start to believe it, and, it affects a lot more than people think.
Well, I have a quote up next to me, and it's about this topic, and it's done by a group of people, said by a group of people on Facebook, so I can't have any specific names, but the quote is, "Words are free. It's how you use them that may cost you."
Again, that's true.
I think that has a lot to do with this, because you can say whatever you want, but if you have a massive amount of influence, that it might not cost you sometimes, but it will cost lots of other people around the world.
Well, honestly, we've covered a lot of things. I can't really think of anything else. I mean, we've talked about a lot of stuff in this podcast.
I think
it was fun,
that that just about. Do you think that's about everything that we've covered?
Oh, absolutely.
Over this
I love doing
conversation?
stuff like this with people.
Yeah, it was fun for me as well. Well, I guess. Yeah, I hope we can do another thing like this again. So, I guess I'll see you next time, and also to the people watching this video, thank you for tuning in. That it's very nice to know you're watching, and please try